Hello, my name is Glenn Dyer, and you are watching a Dyer-Situation. Today I'm seeing Morgan. I presume this is about a genetically engineered Morgan Freeman, who goes on a rampage narrating things to people. This is my Morgan Freeman impression. I am somewhat proud of it. It needs a little bit of work, but I think I've got the main bulk of it down. Anyway, I'm wondering if this movie basically, just judging from the advertising and the and certain screenshots and stuff, it seems like this is made in the wake of the popularity of Ex Machina, like that similar type of thing. A man is put into a room and has to decide the fate of this creature thing. Only in this case, it's not an artificial intelligence robot, it's a mutant, genetically engineered monster being. So it'd be interesting to see the similarities and differences. It might just be the advertising scheme that's trying to link the two, and the movie's very different. I'm not sure. Who knows? This could be interesting. I always like a good sci-fi monster goes wrong thing. So well, if it's not particularly smart, then I hope it has some pretty fun monster ripping people's heads off stuff. Or who knows, maybe it'll be like a super intelligent sci-fi thing like Ex Machina, but you never know. I can see a lot of different things going with this. Hopefully it'll be alright, and we'll just have to see, I guess. You know what I always thought Ex Machina was missing? Car chases and kung fu fights. Well, this movie fixed that. It You know, no, the original Ex Machina, what did it have? It had interesting sci-fi concepts. It had deep philosophical questions about humanity. It had reasonable and interesting characters. Boring. Ex Machina, so boring. No car chases. No kung fu fights. I mean, what's even the point? Fuck this movie, man. Hold on, the battery's running low. Jesus Christ. So yeah, it wasn't just the advertising that made it look like Ex Machina. This thing is pretty much ripping off the whole movie in terms of concept, in terms of themes, in terms of general aesthetic. Although, that's the problem, it's written kind of like Ex Machina. It's written with the intrigue and, characters wondering, is this a real person or not? It's like a genetically engineered synth instead of a robot. Is this a person or not? There's this whole debate of whether to refer to it as her or an it, and usually it determines the character's personality if they say one or the other. There's all that, but the movie is directed like a freaking Twilight movie, where everything's blue and all the characters are moody. And as I cannot iterate enough, people use kung fu moves. Now, admittedly, there's one character who, because of an incredibly stupid twist, which I will go into, actually maybe does know kung fu, but the rest of them should not. Especially the regular people. Like, there was this one lady who's like a freaking, geneticist and stuff, who seriously holds her own in like a kung fu match against against the synth lady. What? It's only for like a few seconds, but it's ridiculous. No explanation of that. No letting us know this lady knows kung fu. It's just it's movies like this. People just know kung fu, I guess. And for that matter, the synth shouldn't know kung fu. She's never been exposed to television. We never saw her, like, learning about kung fu. She just knows kung fu. She's doing, like, roundhouse kicks and stuff. And it's crazy. It makes no sense. So yeah, it's... I wouldn't have so much of a problem with this, with its super action-oriented style, if that's honestly what it was going for. If this was just meant to be some dumb experiment goes wrong thing. But it frames it like it's something smart. And you can't do that. The two aspects of the movie are constantly at odds and confuse everyone like hell. The movies shift tone so frequently just because they want to fit as much action as they can into this movie not really designed for much action. Like, especially, like, the reasons why the synth goes violent are so poorly explained. I mean, they have this... Like, throughout the whole movie, they wouldn't even explain why they built the synth. Like, they're just talking about it in vague reasons, like, oh yeah, this company we work for is synth. We're making a synth. This is the third one, the other two failed. Like, okay. They don't explain it until the end. We're like, oh yeah, it's a weapon. Yeah. And that's why she knows kung fu. I don't know. Well, the thing is, like, if you did design it as a weapon so it has, like, super strength and speed and stuff, like, that's cool. That would be able to beat up a human. You don't need to give her friggin' roundhouse kicks and stuff. That makes no sense. And if you wanted it to be a weapon, why were they training it to, like... It was so weird, the way they were treating it like they wanted it to learn emotions and be nice to people and stuff, but... If what they wanted was like some sort of thing to go in and for the army or something, why would it need that? And this is especially obvious in the twist. I mean, with Rooney Mara's sister, who's in House of Cards, she plays a main role in this, and there's a twist in the movie and concerning her at the very end, and I predicted it would happen. And it was the stupidest thing ever. The way they explain it, it is so dumb. It basically when you put any thought into it at all, it removes any need for any of the experiments to happen, removes any need for Morgan, any need for anyone to die, especially at the end, because, like, people are dying for literally no particular reason. And... literally, the whole movie is made completely pointless by this nonsensical twist at the end. It's, honest to God, ridiculous just how terrible that is. It's hard to... Oh, man. It's hard to put in the minds just how blatantly stupid this movie is, and it's just annoying that it tries to pass itself off as something smart. You know? Like, jeez. Yeah, you know what, I'm not gonna go into spoilers for this, just don't see it, man. It's the dumbest thing ever. And trust me, like, if you do see it and you do get to the end, you'll understand, like, any amount of thought into that, any kind of thought on the writer's side at all could have easily, like, fixed this. Basically, blatant plot hole making the whole movie utterly pointless. The company's actions utterly pointless. even for profiteering measures and stuff. Like, complete waste of money. So, yeah, it's a dumb movie by dumb people. That is the full review there. And there is no Morgan Freeman, sadly. So until next time, I'm Glenn Dyer, and you have been watching A Dire Situation.